Requiescat in pace, Akira Toriyama. Hello everyone, welcome to my review of episode 1 of Daima. I have decided that I'm gonna be doing episodic reviews weekly, hopefully, maybe not. And it's gonna be uploading every Sunday or Monday, depending of course on how busy I am. But we're just gonna go through Daima. I have been a Dragon Ball fan for a very, very long time. I actually have the original show, Dragon Ball. I don't have Z, I have Kai, but also GT and the movies. I am a big fan of Dragon Ball. I've played some of the games, and this is also the last thing that Akira Toriyama actually worked on. At least that we know of. I mean, he might have some notes back at home that we don't know about that's gonna be turned into some more Dragon Ball Super stuff, but this is the actual last stuff that he worked on, and sadly enough, he passed away before it got released because he was super excited about it. Also, forgot to say this, so I'm editing it in here. What you are seeing at the moment is my Let's Play for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which I am doing on the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. Please go over there and check it out. But the reason that I'm doing that is because of the fact that I am terrified to use actual shots from the show in case of copyright. So throughout the whole episode reviews, you are gonna see Dragon Ball Sparking Zero footage. I'm sorry, but you never know how YouTube is. Now then, the way that I'm gonna tackle these episodic reviews is I'm just gonna go through the episode and then I'll give you my opinion at the end. However, beforehand, right now in this episode, I must say, and this will count probably for the whole show, and that is, this show wasn't rushed, and you can see that because it looks so good. It really, really does. The animation is top notch. Alright, like, compare this to the first episode of Dragon Ball Super, which was rushed. It's just like, this looks so good. And I hope, I'm not an expert on anything, but I hope that this art style is easy to draw, so that this can be the art style moving forward for anything Dragon Ball. If we get a Super return or a Daima Season 2, who cares? As long as we can keep this art style. Because everything, the animations, it all looks so good. And I'm normally not one who really notices that kind of stuff. But now I was like, ooh, this looks good. So let's get into this episode, which starts off with the whole backstory tale that we've had so far of Goku defeating Frieza, Cell, and also Kid Buu. And also we get Bardock's design from Dragon Ball Super in this as well, from the Broly movie, which actually is his design from Minus, but everyone online is saying Super, even though it's not Super, it's Minus. And then we are in the demon realm with, I'm gonna mispronounce these names probably horribly, but Goma and Degesu, who are basically, they just popped in the Blu-ray for the Majin Buu saga and are skipping through it. That's basically what they're doing. For the first like 40% of this episode, we're watching Majin Buu Saga, which I don't hate, so let's keep going. And my goodness, the shots from the Majin Buu Saga look so good in this new art style. I want to once again drop that one. But what did we learn during this stuff? Well, we learned that Dagesu is the younger brother of Shin, the Supreme Kai. And if you have pointy ears, you are a demon. And they're also mad at the fact that Dabura got beat. Namekians are also demons, so when, I guess this is kind of like maybe, you know, fixing a retcon that was made before. Because in Dragon Ball, which nobody watched, you should, it was like, King Piccolo is a demon. Then Dragon Ball Z came along, and it was like, actually they're Namekians and they're aliens. And now Daima's like, why can't both be true? They're demons and Namekians at the same time. Why not? They're demon Namekians. That's what they are, right? Cool. And also, the bad guys, I guess, are learning about the Dragon Balls through this as well. And we learn that the demon realm also has Dragon Balls. However, those Dragon Balls are guarded by the special knights. And now that Dabura is dead, Goma is now king. So that's nice, good for him. If I was living in the demon realm, I would be very ashamed of that, personally, because you go from someone who looks like Dabura to someone who looks like Goma. It's not an improvement. And then we get the introduction of boobies. And I will say this, she is very attractive. And also, I am the most interested about her. In this first episode, from everything that we've gotten, I'm the most interested in her because of what she does. Because we learn also that she is the sister of Shin and Dagesu, and for some reason she decides to manipulate Goma, which I don't get why. Because she's like, oh, hey, you're gonna keep funding my research, aren't you? And he's like, I don't know if I will. And then she's like, oh, but what about the people from, like, those Saiyans? But what about them? They could come here and wreck your stuff. Maybe you should do something about that. And I'm just like, why are you doing this? Like, there is no need for Goku to come to the Demon Realm. Doing this will invite him into the Demon Realm. What? Why are you doing this? But he falls for the trap. He's like, yeah, maybe they will. We should go to Earth. Use the Dragon Balls on Earth to make them young. And also, I want another wish, which is for the evil third eye, which was lost during King Abura, who is Dabura's papa's reign. During his reign, the evil third eye was lost. And he wants it back. Right, cool. Interesting storyline. Let's see where that goes. I love this episode's setup. Like, it gets me really interested. It was like the first episode of the Goku Black arc. And let's hope it doesn't go that route, because that arc is what made me go GT is better than Super. That is the arc that destroyed Super for me. The Black arc. So, Goma wants a Namekian, known as Neva, to go with them. And also to prepare the ship. So, I guess Goma goes to get ready. The Gesu goes to grab the stuff. And we have a mystery man watching. A mystery boy, more like it. But still, who I guess is gonna be one of the good guys and help Goku fight against the Demon Realm. I don't know. I'm thinking about the trailer. So, I think that he's on the good guy's side. So, we get to the ship, we see one of the guardians of the Dragon Balls, and then Neva comes in, and he is very slow and very old. He has not taken a shower in a millennia or even longer. And also, there's this big fish that if you go inside of him... By the way, this big fish does not care about the king at all. Because Goma's like, I'm king. He's like, cool, didn't ask. And then he gets a bit upset about them wanting to go to the outside world. But he lets them because they have the code and everything. So they go into this fish, which then gets them to this room of like millions of doors, I guess. And then there's this little fish who's like, alright, where do you want to go? Alright, what universe? Universe 7. Which door is Universe 7? It's like, aren't you supposed to know that? However, someone else went through door number 3 earlier. And that was... boobies. So that makes me even more interested about, like, what is your plan here? What are you doing, Dr. Arinzu? Also, I'm gonna keep, whenever I reference her, at least throughout this whole first video, I'm gonna keep using that Optimus Prime clip. And you can't stop me. And they go through that portal, I guess, or door or whatever, to Earth. And on Earth, we have another birthday party for Trunks, who's 9 years old. This also takes place about, I guess, a year after the Buu arc. And this takes place maybe, but not maybe, but maybe before Dragon Ball Super, which might be connected, but it might not. It might just be another story, and basically what is canon and what the actual timeline is just up in flames. And at Trunks' birthday party, Krillin remarks that he is short, and then Trunks is like, you're one to talk. And then Goku's like, yeah, we hit our growth spurts when we're 15, but I guess Vegeta's didn't really work. That was funny. I just bursted out laughing when I heard that. And also, Shin and Kabuto are there, and they are not Kabuto Kai anymore. And then Shin is like, yeah, that's because, you know when you guys were Vegito? Yeah, the split happened because you were inside Buu. So we went inside Buu and had a split happen as well. And that's it. And I was like, but you are still fused during Super's early part. You didn't get separated until you made a wish on the Namekian Dragon Balls. But you're now split because of Buu. Is this a retcon? Does this mean Super's not canon? How does this work? I don't get it. So maybe this is not connected. However, I have seen people online speculate that maybe at the end of Daima, they will refuse only to use the Dragon Balls in order to unfuse so that it's still connected to Dragon Ball Super. I don't know if he even cares about Super at this point. I don't know. Like, Akira Toriyama is also a very forgetful man. Look, we respect the man. He gave us Dragon Ball and its amazing stories. But this man is very forgetful. So maybe he just forgot that he wrote that and just rewrote it again for Daima. It could happen. Who knows? But maybe they're not connected. And also, Krillin says something weird to Goku because, I mean, this was the subtitled version. Look, I don't know if it got lost in translation, but in this episode, it seems like Krillin suggests that the reason that Buu is good is because of the fact that Goku made a wish for Boo to be good, which to me is like horribly wrong. Because, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but the reason that Boo is good is because of Satan. Which, yeah, you can see how weird that sounds. But Mr. Satan is the one who made Boo good. What Goku's wish was for Oob. So I don't know what they mean by that, but I guess we're gonna let it slide. And also Gohan's busy, as he always is. For crying out loud. Why? I don't like this. The early Super, and I guess now Daima potentially, treatment of Gohan is kind of weird, but I guess we'll see Gohan later on because of the wish that gets made. So after the food is done, Goku challenges Vegeta to battle, and they have a really good looking battle. And they even have nostalgia, but it's a little bit of nostalgia. It's not like the nostalgia that Super does that kind of ruins the show sometimes as well. Vegeta's final explosion and all that stuff. No, here we just have the Gallic Gun and Kamehameha beam clash, and that's all we need. Meanwhile, on the lookout, the demons arrive, and Neva, he summons the Dragon Balls and makes them wishable again. How? Why couldn't Kami do this stuff? Look, Dende, I understand. He's still young. He might not know everything. But Kami couldn't do this. This man is just like, alright, Dragon Balls. It's like, what do you mean? And it's like, I'm gonna put my hand over them and now they can be used again because wishes was just made. A year hasn't fully passed yet, but they're usable, so have fun. It's like, we could have done this the whole time. We did not have to wait a year. Like, it's so, like, I feel like it's more of a thing where, look, I want to use the Dragon Balls, but I can't, so we're just gonna do something like this in order to make it usable. But whatever. Anyway, so Goma makes the wish, and then the dragon wants him to be a bit more specific. It's like, turn them into kids. Alright, how old? And apparently Goma just understands how school systems work, because he's like, first grade. It's like, alright. And what about the ones that are already kids, aka Goten and Trunks? And it's like, turn them into babies. And then we have the main characters who start turning into their younger selves. And that's basically how the episode ends. And overall, I thought this episode was actually really good. It wasn't perfect because like 40% of it is Boo Saga rewatch. But outside of that, I really enjoyed it. But what I love the most is the intrigue that they put into this storyline. I am so interested right now, and I can't wait for the next episode. I am really excited about the next episode and the rest of this series. I don't know how many episodes we're gonna get, so I don't know if it's a short story or a long story. Also, this episode was 30 minutes long, which is new for Dragon Ball. Normally it's just like 20 to 24 minutes, but it was nice, you know. I mean, basically the extra 10 minutes that we get is because we gotta rewatch the Boo Saga. But I love the reanimated stuff for the Boo Saga as well, and I'm very excited about the future of Dragon Ball Daima, at least the next episode. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are of this episode. And are you interested in more of Daima? Because I've seen also some mixed stuff online from, you know, people who are fans of Dragon Ball Super. Actually, I have, where it's like, oh, Super's better. It's like, no. I watched this episode and I'm already more hooked than I ever was in Dragon Ball Super. But like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching. And I do hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if you done already. Turn on notifications. Don't forget to check out my Let's Play channel. At the moment, I am doing Pokemon. I am doing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And I am also doing Grand Theft Auto, my road to GTA 6. So if any of that stuff, and I've also done other Dragon Ball Let's Plays like Xenoverse. Well, actually, that's the only stuff I've done. I have played Fighters, but I never recorded that because the channel wasn't in existence when I played it. But I got some Dragon Ball stuff over there, maybe some future Dragon Ball, who knows. Also, don't expect the best. If you want to see horrible Sparking Zero gameplay, check out my channel, because that's most certainly where you'll find it. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week on maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, who knows, depends of course on external things, for another episode review of Dragon Ball Daima episode 2. Bye.